teenagers. When you are called mentally ill, or you are homeless, or you are a male who's either one of those things, you cannot go in to turn in a crime against you alone. You cannot. Meanwhile, there's the bias and the sexism that's been shown through all this. If you sexually assault a man, he's supposed to shut up and go to the back of the goddamn bus. If the police beat the hell out of a white guy, he's supposed to go to the back of the goddamn bus. What the fuck are we doing? A homeless person cannot go in to turn in a crime against them. When they go to friends and family to get help turning in crimes against them, they are treated like it is their fault. Then you guys want me to be happy. You have your friends and family that you get to see. You're not enduring the abuse that I'm enduring, so that makes it okay. If you don't take a look, then you did nothing wrong, right? No, you've all done wrong things in this. You pretended to care. You took advantage of me. Kayla Trujillo did this. Brandon Ratner did this. Teresa Orn did this. Christ, my own mother did this. Here's the thing, these people didn't want to listen. They wanted to tell me how to think and feel. Not one of them tried to find out what was going on and help me to fucking turn it in. Not one of them. Every single one of them wanted to be selfish pieces of shit and talk about themselves and their trivial problems. You get to see your friends and family. You are not separated from your fucking support network. You are not repeatedly forced into fucking homelessness. You don't have your name slandered all over the internet. Meanwhile, your words show that it's fucking slander. But did you ever come forward? No. You wanted to pretend that I'm a bad person because I recorded your bitch asses and put you on the fucking internet. People are dead because of your fucking cowardice, because of your bias, because of your hatred, because of your sexism. And the worst sin of all is nationalism. There is nothing about the United States or its people worth respecting. There is one good person that I am aware of, and that person is me. A lot of people said, oh yeah, Sean, I love you, I care about you, I'll help you, and then they ignore me for fucking years. And then when they finally do respond, it's, you can't expect me to drop everything every time you want something. Fuck you. You expect me to drop something every time you want something, don't you, you dumb cunt? Oh wait, I'm not rich. You go to people who have money, don't you? You as a woman are taught how to manipulate. You are taught how to pretend like you're the victim. You are taught how to take advantage of men. This country is disgusting for a reason. There's 29 million men in the United States who are victims of sexual abuse before they turned 18. 29 million. And you tell us to get to the back of the bus. You pretend that we're the predators. The United States knows how to do two things: victimize the victims and bully people littler than them. That's it. Every single citizen in America has shown this is the only thing they know how to do. Pass judgment. My Aunt Mary did fucked up shit, so what did she do? She pretended stuff that was untrue, that she wasn't there for anyway. But this is magically her excuse. When these people do wrong things, they blame the victim. They don't care if it's true or not. Any excuse to harm the victim. Any excuse to erase their sins. Like my Aunt Mary. Pretending that I'm assaulted because I won't take meds. Really? Are you sure, Mary Schwartz? Were you there for any of it? No, the fuck you weren't. Just like Teresa Orn, it was always about you and your wants. Your selfish wants. At least I tell the truth about these people. Why don't I accuse my Aunt Mary of being a pedophile? But I do accuse Robert Franklin Warnick of being a pedophile. Well, that's because Robert Franklin Warnick is a pedophile. Same with Andrew Witcher. Same with Kenneth Zarecki. Yeah. Not that it matters. Now, who is it that let Kenneth Zarecki know that I had told the story about him? Now, since I didn't use his name in that story, and he retaliated against me anyway, it means that it's somebody who knew the situation well enough. Yeah. When I told on predators in town, I had to do so on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, there are people in Chapel, Nebraska who get on my YouTube and Facebook, and they go running around town telling the pedophiles. Yeah. Knowing well enough to inform the pedophiles without their names even being mentioned, they know the story well enough. But repeatedly, these people made me go in alone. Over and over again, literally thousands of calls I had to make alone to be blown off, every single one of them. The thing is, someone needs to speak up about how wrong these things are, and how are people going to do that if they're not looking at the fucking evidence, or if they're going out of their way to make it incredibly impossible for me to find the time to do everything that they fucking want. Now, there's a lady, I spent a week at her house, a whole week. I got to take showers, I got to sleep on a warm couch, I wasn't getting rained on. I got to wash my clothes. We did primarily the stuff that she wanted to do and answered a bunch of questions, but finally it got to the point where I was like, hey, I need to be able to send the evidence. If I send this stuff to the cops by myself, they pretend that they can't see it. Everyone is going out of their way to pretend that they're doing something, but they have no evidence of it. Well, I save evidence of it. This lady did make a few phone calls, and of course, we're being blown off. This is how men are treated. When you're trying to turn in your predators, they tell you, it takes time, it takes time. No, 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 no. I'm being sent to these places that are supposed to help me to turn these crimes in right away. Right away. That doesn't mean fucking argue with the victim or treat them like they're fucking too retarded to know what fucking abuse is. If I do it back, then I'm magically cognitive enough to be held responsible, apparently, I'm too retarded to know that if someone is harming me that it's wrong. But apparently I'm not too retarded to know that it's wrong if I do it back. They change the rules based on whatever suits them. That's all of the courts, all of the police, all of these agencies. Your idea of helping a disabled person who is on the fucking streets with a dick is to blow them off and tell them to do it alone. Meanwhile, if a woman pretends that she was victimized, destroy an innocent man's life. And look the other way. We have taught every woman in America to do this. I have to be afraid to fucking exist. Because some female might be offended by the way I look. You dress like a $2 fucking hooker to go throw yourself at drunks at the fucking bar. But any guy who isn't a 10 in your eyes is fucking gawking at you. A man can't even look at the clock without some woman pretending like he's staring at her and going, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Well, think about how uncomfortable it is for us. We have to be afraid to even have eyeballs. You're allowed to gawk at Jason Momoa and post up all sorts of stuff sexualizing that asswipe. But then when it's a guy like me, you pretend it must only be about sex. Why are you dressing like a $2 hooker and throwing yourself at people in a fucking bar? Unless you're getting $2 drinks, you're a more high-dollar call girl than that. Shit, most places you can't get a shot for under $5. So you're not a $2 hooker, you're a $5 hooker. Have some respect for yourself. You need to add $3 worth of respect to what you're doing to yourself. When you dress up like a $2 fucking hooker and you go to the bar and you throw yourself at a guy like a $2 fucking hooker and both of your drunk asses go to his place or your place and you have sex, you get to pretend that man raped you if he's ugly in the morning. Fuck the United States and everyone in it. I will not condone police brutality. I'm not going to pretend that it's only happening to black people. It's primarily happening to homeless black people. When it comes to murder, it's primarily happening to homeless. The majority of black people killed by the police in 2019 were homeless. The majority of Hispanic people killed in 2019 were homeless. The majority of white people killed in 2019 were homeless. The majority of disabled people killed in 2019 were homeless. These people, this is killed by police in specific, the number one victims chosen by serial killers are homeless people. 96% of the time, police choose men to murder. This is specifically because of bias. You murder a man, you can slander his name. It's fine, you have the badge, he doesn't. You're in the right. BLM is a racist hate group who is going out of their way to diminish any impact, any positive impact this could have for our rights. Because BLM wants special rights. They want black people to be allowed to harm anyone that they want and get away with it. That is what they're pushing hard and heavy. They tell you, the American public, not to look at the white victims. Not to look at the evidence. That's what they spend their time doing, trying to convince you not to look. God damn it! Look! And fuck you. Fuck your country. Fuck all of you. And after what I have endured for 6 years, not just at the hands of Americans, but at the hands of the entire world, if there is one thing I will pray to your God for, your violent, hateful God, your Rambo Jesus, your fire and brimstone, I will pray to your Almighty for that fire and brimstone. I will pray that the Russian nukes, the Chinese nukes, and the American nukes all get shipped off all at once and land on their intended targets. Because if there is nobody left on planet Earth, there's nobody left to hurt anybody. There is no more sorrow among us. No more rape. No more murder. No more child abuse. What's more important to Caitlin Tatum? Doing something about child abuse or getting drunk? Getting drunk. What's more important to Caitlin Tatum? Doing something about abuse against at-risk adults or getting drunk? Getting drunk. With her real friends. Y'all know every woman out there's got two sets of friends. The popular ones that she talks shit about the wallflowers to. And then the wallflowers that they tell all of their intimate secrets to, because nobody will believe them anyway. If they say something, nobody's going to believe them. Their real friends are the ones who will judge them. And the people that they shit all over are the ones who they think don't. Oh no, we see what you're doing, and we do judge you for it. Absolutely, you don't give a fuck about us. When you go and do something fun with your friends, those are your fun friends. The ones who will go out and get drunk with you, encourage you to do stupid shit. How many of you women out there ended up pregnant after doing stupid shit with your popular friends? None of you cared about the fucking law. What you cared about is having a scapegoat, and to this day I am still taking the hell for it. Go fuck yourselves, you stupid pieces of shit. When y'all tell me to have hope, right? And then everything that could give me hope, everything that will stop this abuse, you want to be as negative as fucking possible. Literally any excuse not to fucking try. What kind of a friend are you? You were aware of this shit, and you did nothing. You pretended that you were my friend. You pretended that you would help. And in the end, what did Candace Bondurant do? Helped my predators. Helped to destroy evidence. Helped to slander my name and cut me off. Slander over and over and over again. But I'm not allowed to defend myself. I have so many people that go out of their way to destroy fucking evidence. That evidence should have been a fucking priority. It was a goddamn murder case. Police have gone out of their way to guarantee that I will never be allowed an honest court date. But it wasn't just them, it was also cowards. Cowards who went out of their way to guarantee that I would never be allowed an honest court date. So-called friends who never came forward to the police. Ever. Don't just make the fucking claim, prove it, bitch. Prove it. Fucking step forward in court, you piece of shit. No, what these people were doing is gaslighting, procrastinating. When a crime is committed against me, I need help turning it in right away. When these son of a bitches try peeling for excuses to justify their crimes, someone needs to be there who is fucking informed. Now, the lady who's trying to advocate for me, she spent a lot of money on me already. But she needs to understand that she either needs to believe me and make the calls with me, or she needs to stop telling me that she believes me when I'm trying to show her evidence. Telling me that she doesn't need to look at it. Yes, you absolutely do. You have to be fucking informed, or you are useless. Now then, she can't listen to the videos because she has her own issues, which is not my fault. So, even though there was something that she could have listened to, and it would have taken about 30 minutes of her time, she wasn't able to do that. I had to spend over, 3.5, 4 hours trying to find a written transcript of it. Do you have any idea how long a written transcript of a 45-minute video is? It's pretty fucking long. So in order to get these people's help, I have to work around their issues. All of their issues. Including their financial issues. Including their physical issues. If they got PTSD, I have to work around that. If they have a time schedule, I got to work around that. Now, all of these people that I'm sent to, I'm supposed to go to them with a friend or family, and they fucking know it. So when I have a friend or family member to do that, they go out of their way not to keep their appointments. And this is over and over and over again. It is overwhelming for me to have to do this. Especially in public. Especially when the American public hates homeless people. You take a look at the histories between myself and Natalie Bollinger. One of us has a history of drug use. Documented fucking long history of drug use. That would be Natalie Bollinger. But she calls me a druggie. And all of a sudden, people want to fucking harm me over it. She is verified to be a fucking junkie. And you fucking let her and her junkie friends harm me for years. Don't you ever call yourself a friend. Ever. When you help child molesters and rapists get away with it. When it comes to actually coming forward about what you know. And you want to tell me not to be negative. But no matter what, when it comes to following the fucking law, you're going to make every excuse not to try. Not one of my friends cared about the law. Not one of them cared about my fucking safety or well-being. Every single one of them showed all they cared about was reputation. All they cared about was what other people thought. They did not care about the truth. They did horrible things to me. Because I am not a human being to them. They talked down to me and belittled me like I was a fucking retard. That is why we are so easy to victimize. Americans are not accepting of people who are different. We should not be accepting Ukrainian refugees. We don't treat our own refugees like human fucking beings. None of you, not one of you, has ever helped me to turn the crimes in. Ever! No matter what you did, I was treated like none of you ever did any of the things you did. Because you never once came forward about them. And then you want to be angry with me because I said you did not help me. And you want to throw in my face a bunch of things that did not happen. They didn't happen. You made promises to do things that you did not follow through with. I get it thrown in my face all the time that you promised to do that shit. When were you ever actually going to? You weren't. The cops said I didn't try to get help. I've got recordings with hundreds of people that show that that's a goddamn lie. The evidence in Natalie's case shows that the things that I said were true. I did not slander her name. She slandered mine. And you have harmed me for 6 years and made every excuse to look the other way. Any excuse not to tell the truth. What the fuck kind of a friend are you, Caitlin Tatum? What the fuck kind of friend are you, Teresa Orn? I was forced into repeatedly abusive situations. Better than that, I recorded those abusive situations. And then you want to tell me how ungrateful I am because I posted up the truth about how abusive these places were? You want to pretend that everything is fine and dandy at these places because these people say so? That's why I record the evidence. That's why there's recordings of Brett Roloff's girlfriend smoking meth on my YouTube channel. There's a reason that there is a video of Brett Roloff digging through his own feces for a bag of meth. That was his help. What the police said and what these people who promised to help me said do not match up. And when I show that, these people who claimed that they wanted to help me, claimed that they were going to help me to turn it in, why is it they magically want to try destroying that evidence? Destroying those conversations. There is no protected information in those. None. My paperwork says to turn it in right away. My friend's idea of turning it in right away and being friends is to tell me I need to be patient. I need to be patient. I need to be patient. Fuck you. You allowed these people to do this to me for 6 years. You literally, intentionally helped them to get away. You are such worthless pieces of shit. With the harassment that I've gotten the whole world over. That's right, I've been harassed by people in countries whose names I can't even pronounce. I don't have a place to work on this. I got to spend 7 days at somebody's house, 8 days. And I did get to work on quite a bit. I even got to work on some projects to get my head straight. See, that's really important, to have some fucking downtime. I don't have downtime. You think sitting in my vehicle with nobody to fucking talk to is downtime? No, this is fucking hell. My little sister repeatedly ripped me off. Repeatedly took advantage of me financially with the promise of helping me. I've got repeated recordings with my sister about that. About the child molester, Michael Albert. About how my mom helped him to get away with it. Now his daughter has to normalize and pretend that Michael didn't fuck his own daughter. All of these people should have thought better of stabbing me in the back. A lot of people told me I just needed to let it go. When I recorded them and put them on my YouTube channel, oh man, did they throw some fucking tantrums. Boy, oh boy, did they not want to be responsible for the words that came out of their mouths. If those things were true, they showed the police intentionally harmed me. If those things were not true, then they showed that you gaslighted me. The fact is, it's both. You gaslighted me, thereby assisting the police in gaslighting me. Allowing the public to repeatedly gaslight me by making zero attempt to actually help me to turn it in. You allowed these predators to go out of their way to destroy evidence, to convince others to go out of their way to destroy evidence. Then your argument's like, oh, well, stuff on Facebook isn't admissible. Are you sure? Because my predators were allowed to cherry pick from my Facebook. Pick out little bits and pieces that they could twist out of context. And although that's against the law, I'm not black and I'm not a female, so I don't matter. I'm not rich, so I don't matter. When you see a white person, you want to pretend that they're all Donald Trump? You're a fucking piece of shit. When you see a male, you want to pretend that they're all Will Smith? You want to pretend that they're all Kevin Spacey? You want to pretend that they're all Tom Hanks? You want to pretend that they're all David Carradine? Go fuck yourselves.